Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Sioux Falls police were kept busy over the weekend with a pair of unrelated shootings and a car chase through the same area.
The first shooting happened just before 1 o'clock Saturday morning near the Lucky Lady Casino west of downtown. Police say the victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police have not made any arrests connected to the shooting.
Around the same time, police pursued a vehicle near the scene of the shooting, but now say the driver is not connected to the shooting. Instead, 37-year-old Nicholas Barrera is charged in a separate aggravated assault case along with aggravated eluding connected to the pursuit.
Later Saturday morning, around 9:45 a.m., police responded to a gunshots call in the 300 block of 12th Street, not far from the first shooting. Police say the victim in that shooting also has non-life-threatening injuries. Officers later found the suspect in the 2400 block of West 41st Street. 42-year-old Liddell Turner is facing several charges, including aggravated assault, possession of a firearm by a former violent offender, and multiple drug charges. Police say the two Saturday morning shootings are not related.
We expect updates on the investigation into all three incidents during this morning's police briefing by Sioux Falls Police. We live stream the briefing at 10:30 each weekday morning on KELOLAND.com.
First responders rescued a rock climber who had fallen 30 feet from a spire along the Needles Highway near Custer Saturday. Paramedics treated the rock climber at the scene before taking him to a waiting ambulance. A helicopter crew then flew him to a hospital in Rapid City. Authorities say the climber was speaking with medical personnel attending to him. They say his rope likely saved him from a longer fall onto the rocks.
Let's get a check of our forecast with meteorologist Scott Munt. After a comfortable week last week, going to heat up this week, Scott.
We are looking at numbers in the 90s, even a chance for some of us to hit 100. Our forecast for today showing if you're not in the 90s, you're probably in the 80s, and we do have those numbers covering eastern and northeastern South Dakota. As we do jump into tomorrow, we'll have the heat, we'll have the humidity, the heat index easily in the triple digits to cover central and eastern KELOLAND. That's for tomorrow. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. For the first time in about 30 years, Pro Rodeo is returning to Watertown. After a couple months of hard work, the rodeo renovations have made great progress, and organizers are ready to host their first professional rodeo in the new arena. But they have more planned for the grounds than just one rodeo.
Now it goes to the camps and the clinics, and then hopefully continue to give back to the youth organizations that do already hold good events here, whether it be through financial donations or helping them with equipment or livestock, just to try and continue to grow their ability to perform here and the kids' ability to compete here.
Pro Rodeo will be held this Friday and Saturday in Watertown.
A community art project will be unveiled Tuesday at Lyon Park in central Sioux Falls. The All Saints Neighborhood Association worked with the City of Sioux Falls and other organizations to get a grant to build up Lyon Park. 4 artists from the neighborhood were commissioned to paint 4 new picnic tables with the hope of incorporating art into the community.
It's another place-making public art opportunity for our neighborhood and our community. Integrating 4 different artists brings 4 different perspectives and visualizations of, their reflection on this place and what this park, means to them.
The association is holding a National Night Out block party at Lyon Park on Tuesday from 6 to 8. People will be able to see the tables and also help one of the artists paint one of them as well.
A local fan favorite performed during Saturday night's LEVITT at the Falls concert in downtown Sioux Falls. People packed the LEVITT lawn to hear BRULE, a Native American group based in Sioux Falls. Their 2019 concert drew 8,000 people to the LEVITT. Organizers estimated Saturday's crowd to be between 9,000 and 10,000. Some concert goers began claiming a spot as early as noon.
It's always an honor, to get and receive recognition from your hometown audience. We'll never get tired of that, and we'll always appreciate it, and we're always humbled by that.
Some 50,000 people have attended LEVITT concerts so far this summer. Organizers anticipate a total of nearly 100,000 by season's end.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, well, temperatures this week, hot, just a matter of how hot. Obviously, normal highs are in the mid-80s, so most of you will eclipse that level pretty easily. Sioux Falls will be right around 90 later this afternoon. I would say Pierre between 95 and 100, probably fill up close to 101 today. There are a couple of high-base thunderstorms down here in northern Nebraska, and those will kind of rumble south of the Missouri River. But even overnight tonight, I would say, you know, don't be too surprised if we come back on the air a little later today and show a couple of cells here in northwest Iowa. We've had a little bit of a hint of that. It's just the problem is you can't really connect these things to anything that's beneficial to most areas. And tomorrow, of course, you've got a lot of heat here, upper 90s and low 100s. Heat advisories are in effect for southeast KELOLAND, where the humidity would be a little higher. And then that little bit of rain that you're seeing on Futurecast, that's generally, I would say, for the most part, limited just due to the heat and the evaporation that takes place underneath those cloud bases. But there are a couple of showers nevertheless, and hopefully the end result here is Tuesday night and early Wednesday. We can start to reverse the trends. We can maybe shave a little bit off these temperatures. I'm hopeful that that will come in line a little better as we refocus on Wednesday. The best outcome we can hope for to finish out Thursday, Friday, there is a secondary front in North Dakota. Do you see that right there near Fargo? If this thing comes in with a little more of a push, you know, we can maybe trim things a little bit in Sioux Falls and our East River counties. You know, maybe a few 80s, but that's, again, an optimistic outlook. The problem is we don't have any organized rain. We're going to have to live off of these little freckles that develop, maybe a chance Thursday, but I really don't want to bring those up as a big deal because then you got a day like Friday where the wind comes in line, and any of these days with lesser humidity dries out. You know the trend, and obviously we need rain. For some of us, it's getting to be a bigger deal now. And by Saturday, well, there's a front, and if we were to put anything as far as odds go, Saturday or Saturday night would be the best shot we've got this week of getting something, but that's a long ways off yet, and obviously we'll keep watching it, see if things may change a little for the better. 100 today in Valentine, that's a hot afternoon. Sioux Falls, so tomorrow's the worst, and then again Wednesday into Thursday there will be some cooling, and you know, at this point, again, if we can trim these numbers a little more to maybe 88 or 89, that would be kind of a best case scenario. Obviously, 90s are still well above the averages, and I do expect Aberdeen's going to deal with the heat as well much of the week here. So plan accordingly and do your outdoor activities. If you can, do your outdoor chores in the morning or in the later evening. Pierre, 100 degrees or better on Tuesday and also again Thursday and Friday. And I would say probably more of that down the road here in Rapid City, too. Drying out, 100 tomorrow, and again in the upper 90s Thursday and Friday. Check out details with the weather online at KELOLAND.com. Stay cool.